I'm David Fleming from the Disciples Ignited YouTube channel, where we're focused on Jesus, advancing his kingdom, and preparing his disciples. Now, we're studying the revival outpourings that have taken place throughout church history. And today we're going to talk about a revival wave that took place from 1792 to 1832. It is the period which we call the Second Great Awakening took place in America. Now, this great revival outpouring of the 18th century began in England in 1792, but its roots went way back to the prayer movement that preceded it. Now, this revival movement was long-lasting, covering around 3 decades, and according to church historian Ian Murray, the Second Great Awakening has to be one of the most significant turning points in church history. The revival fires of the Second Great Awakening started burning around 1800 and continued to burn unabated for more than 25 years as it spread throughout the country, from Maine to Tennessee and from Georgia to Canada. Praise God! Well, but let me tell you, the years preceding this great Second Great Awakening that took place in America were anything but good. I mean, they were dark, being consumed with just a rejection of God. Let me tell you about it. So the years before that took place before the Second Great Awakening were filled, first of all, with the War of Independence in America and then the French Revolution in France. And both of these revolutions asserted liberty, equality, and fraternity. And they really emphasized that each individual has the right just to think for themselves. And while that sounds good on the surface, it was full of thoughts of rejecting any God or any divinity. It was based a lot on the writings of Voltaire and Rousseau. And so many people during this time rejected Orthodox Christianity and embraced deism and humanism, that really man is the author of his own destiny. And it should be noted that in France, which deified the Enlightenment movement, experienced the National Revolution and a reign of terror during 1793 to 1794, where thousands of people were slaughtered. But thankfully, during this time, although much of America did embrace some of these teachings that were coming out of France, thankfully, God got a hold of them. And many of these Americans that had turned towards the Enlightenment turned to the Lord and began to cry out to God, because they saw that we were in trouble and we needed help. Now, there are some church historians, such as Orr and Carnes, who view this revival wave as having many different parts to it. However, we're going to kind of look at it together and see how God moved in such a tremendous way. First of all, in 3 major parts: college revivals, church revivals, and then the camp meetings that took place. So follow me, and I'll see you tomorrow.